My friends, what's up? Long overdue to talk about none other than Tesla. So we're hitting the below 100 levels as some of us expected, and I feel very happy about that fact, because in case, and it's not financial advice, in case you have the funds to buy Tesla at these levels, and if you truly believe in the company, investor-wise, investor-like, where you want to invest in the company for a super long term, wow, this is or could potentially be a real opportunity. So again, Tesla is dropping minus 5% in the pre-markets. Why? Because they are decreasing once again their prices for the Model 3, which the base model right now will be at $34,000 in China. So basically that's the same price as the BYD Seal model, which is the direct competitor to Tesla Model 3 and the P7 of Xpeng, and I would say probably the Neo ET5 model. So we can see Xpeng dropping 11% in the pre-markets, Neo dropping like 6%, Tesla dropping 5-something%, and BYD, there's no pre-market for BYD because it's over the counter, I believe, but probably dropping in the European markets. It's trading in Frankfurt. If someone wants to buy it in euro, they can do so by buying it on the Frankfurt exchange. So I'm not gonna talk about, oh yes I will, guys. I want to talk to you about the Teslabot opportunity, okay, the labor opportunity. I should do some numbers. I don't have well, just, you know, multiply these numbers, guys. Basically right now you have 8 billion of population. 8 billion you divide it by 0.5, which means that 50% approximately of these people are doing some kind of unskilled, let's call it, work, with all due respect, but let's call it unskilled for the time being. And we can calculate this market by multiplying 4 billion by the average price of this labor, which is, let's put $100 per month price tag on this unskilled labor, and we would multiply by 12. We would get a certain number. Then this certain number we can multiply by the market share that Teslabot will have in the labor market, which will be approximately, let's say for the sake of the argument, 20%. So we multiply it by 0.2, and then this number we multiply, that's the sales, Tesla sales basically of this market, of this unskilled market sales. And right now, to get to the profit, we multiply sales by, let's say the profit margin is at 30%, we multiply it by 0.3. Check this out, guys, this is beautiful. So we multiply it by 0.3%, that's a 30% margin, and we get like an astronomical number of the net profit, and then to see or to calculate the market cap of this net profit, we will have to assign a PE to this net profit. So let's assign a PE of approximately 40 to 50. Let's make it 50 and multiply by this number. At the end, guys, we will get something like, I believe, something like I think it's 40 trillion or something. Let me do the calculation once again, but just to tell you guys that the solving of the labor problem by using the Teslabot, once again, it's a problem that has not yet been solved. And this is the beauty of Tesla or Elon Musk, is that he mainly solves problems that are not yet been solved. So if he solves this problem, he has a 40 trillion potential. And after people ask me, but then, come on, the whole GDP, US GDP is 40 trillion. How can one Tesla have this, you know, market cap? And what I answer is that Tesla being in the American economy, and in case it solves this problem, the American GDP, of course, which will include Tesla, will be much larger. Then, guys, do another calculation, this time for the trucking, just for the trucking. So the average amount just for the trucking in US, the average amount that truckers get in, you know, per year is $150,000 a year. Multiply this by the number of truckers, probably 1.5 mil, and you have the market for the US trucking market. Okay, then what do we think will be the share, the Tesla share in this market? Once again, let's not be too optimistic. Let's put 20%. Multiply this number by 0.2. You will get Tesla proportion of this market, Tesla share of this market. And after, multiply this by the margin. Let's say the margin will be probably, okay, 20%. So we multiply it by 0.2. And that will give us something. I have to check my numbers, but I will do another video with the numbers, guys. And this trucking US potential is huge, and I think that it will be done even without the autopilot. But with the autopilot, it will be just an amazing opportunity. And I have not even talked about the SUVs, you know, the Model 3s, the Model Ys, the Model 2, the Cybertruck, you know, the passenger vehicles that will be, in case the autopilot is solved, will be working in the robot taxi activity, you know, in the robot taxi basically application, Tesla application, where Tesla will take every part of its of the riding share market. This will be absolutely huge, guys. So just to tell you that, of course, after we can calculate the PE on the third quarter, annualized, okay, for bill, we multiply by 4, we get 16. So basically we take the market cap, which is 350, we multiply, divided by 14, and we get something that's like 25. It's annualized P for the quarter, the third quarter. So you would say, but why is Tesla market cap so low in that case, if there are so many opportunities? And I say two things, guys. It's the macro, three actually things. Number one is the macro. We are in the bull market, probably already in recession or entering the recession. That's number one. So there is a PE contraction, and that's exactly what is happening with the layoffs in the tech sector. We saw Amazon doing layoffs, Salesforce and others of course will follow. We have the chapter 11 for some company, the bed and beyond company that is going or is bankrupt already. We have the Silvergate Bank, which is the only bank in crypto which is going bankrupt as well, having a full run on it. So basically the macro situation, that's number one. Number two, Elon being political, that brings heat, because it brings heat for Twitter, as the advertisers don't want to advertise. They like, you know, silence basically. And with the CEO and the owner of the media outlet where they want to put their ads is being too political and basically divisive, you know, divides the population. Advertisers don't want to put ad on platforms like this, so Twitter as a consequence suffers. And where does Elon Musk turn to? He turns to selling the Tesla shares, which is the only piggy bank for now. He promised he would not do it for 2 years, but basically that also creates the pressure on Tesla stock. And number three is China demand, or everything else will have the demand as well. And I made another separate video on that, please check it out, where basically I give an advice on what Elon should do before he gets to full autopilot, and if he wants to ramp 50% growth the cars he's producing, he needs a Model 2 which will cost 25,000. Maybe he is afraid that it will cannibalize the Model 3, the Model Y, but I don't believe so, because right now in China with the latest reduction you can buy Tesla Model 3 at 34,000 basically, which is already a cheap vehicle, but he needs another vehicle that could be 30,000, 25,000 depending on the battery. You can just make a 40 kilowatt battery, a 30 kilowatt battery, 50 kilowatt battery, options for 30, 25 and 20,000 price tag, and that would solve the whole problem with the demand. Also, he said that in a macro environment such as we have right now with the recession, he is ready to operate on a zero margin, and that's what people and investors are pricing, is that margins will go down and basically PE ratios will of course drop heavily if the margins on Tesla, the net margins, are no longer 15 but for example are 5%. Okay, so basically that's my add up for the Tesla. I think it's a great opportunity. I can tell you what I'm doing now. It's not financial advice. I'm accumulating Tesla shares. I bought a shitload, a peep-load of shares at 140-ish, 130-ish, 120-ish and 110-ish price tag, and right now probably I will get a little bit on the 100. Basically I'm averaging down every $10 that goes down. I'm averaging down, scooping more shares and waiting for the $80. and maybe a $60 price tag, and in that case I will just buy like crazy, my friends. That's what I'm doing, not a financial advice. And see you, my friends. I'll get back to you with the figures probably on another video. I'll do a repetitive video with the numbers, but or I can just calculate them now and basically put them out there in the comment section. See you, my friends.